Hi, and welcome to this episode of John's Model Kit Review. In today's fun how-to modeling technique video, I'll be going over how to detail paint radial engines. Radial engines were featured in many of the World War II vehicles. Predominantly, they were in the World War II aircraft. They were featured in all types of aircraft, and they also found use in some land-based vehicles such as tanks. I'm currently working on a triple Thunderbolt build where I'm working on P47 kits from 3 different manufacturers. And I thought this would be as good an opportunity as I'm going to get to do a tutorial on radial engines. The first thing I would recommend having is a good picture of the engine that you're modeling. In this case, it's the R2800 that's featured in a Thunderbolt. The next thing we're going to need is our paints. And I'm specific about what types of paints that I use in this process because it's a layering process. And I've come up with a way to do this so that subsequent layers will not interact negatively with one another. The acrylic paints that I'm going to use in this build are Model Master Flat Black, and I'm also going to use some Polyscale Neutral Gray. The oil-based paint that I'm going to use is the classic Testors Silver paint. And I'm predominantly going to use this for dry brushing, but I'm also going to use this for detail painting of certain parts. For this method, I recommend having a couple of older brushes or paint brushes that you don't really care about. We're going to be doing the dry brushing with these paint brushes. I'll get into that in just a minute here. And for later finishing, I recommend having a good quality medium brush and a good quality fine brush for detail. I also recommend having a couple of Q-tips on hand as we apply a wash to the engine in a later step. The next thing we're going to need is the wash itself. I use an acrylic wash. This is just some acrylic black paint. It is thinned heavily with water, and then it has just a couple of drops of dish soap in it. I have stirred it up and then pulled the paintbrush handle out so you can see the consistency of it. So it's not completely opaque, it doesn't cover the model, but we're going to use it to add shadow and enhance the detail of the engine in a later step. All right, it's time for the fun bit. Let's start painting radial engines. For the first step in the process, we actually want to use a medium brush and some black acrylic paint. And what I do is I take each row of the radial engine and I just paint it completely black. Once the cylinders are painted black, I grab my Testors Silver and I dip an old paintbrush in that. And then I take a paper towel and I squeeze the brush and I wipe most of the silver paint out of the brush. And then I slowly and carefully start dry brushing the barrels on the engine. And what this does is it is highlighting the engine fins and it is letting the black paint act as a shadow down in between all of the cooling fins. If there are areas in the engine that you can't reach with the medium brush, this is when you need an older, fine detail brush, and you can just get into spots with a fine brush that you can't with the medium brush. For the next step, we're going to look at our reference photo, and we're going to use the fine detail brush to paint the details that are on the engine. In this case, I've used some flat black for a couple of details, and I've also used some silver to paint the rocker covers on the head of each cylinder. These are the 2 rows of cylinders from the Mini Art P47. Front and center on each of these engines, we have the crankcase. You can see I've used the neutral gray for the crankcase itself and the black for the details. Next up, it's time to apply the wash. I simply brush this on to the crankcase area specifically. It doesn't have to be super precise in this step, but if I have areas where there's a lot that is pooled, I will dry my paintbrush and I will go back and I will wick that away with a dry paintbrush. I can also use a slightly dampened Q-tip to refine the effect and really make it look the way I want to. Once the first coat has dried, I go back with a fine detail brush and I can very precisely apply small amounts of the wash around bolt heads and in areas where I want to enhance the shadows. One thing you can see in this photo is that all of these engines have black push rods that go from the crankcase to the cylinder heads. And while the Mini Art kit had the push rods as a separate part, all of the other kits had the push rods molded into the front row of cylinders. So while I was detail painting, I had to go and individually paint all of the push rods in a gloss black. I use acrylic paint for this step, and it works fine and doesn't interact negatively with the oil-based silver that is already on there. So there you have it. That is my method for painting and detailing radial engines. Yesterday I completed 5 of these from 4 different model kit manufacturers, and I think they all turned out relatively well. Going through them, the first one up is Hasegawa's P47D Thunderbolt kit. The next one up is the MiniArt P47D Thunderbolt kit. This one is Academy's P47N Thunderbolt kit. This one is certainly the least detailed and least accurate of the engines from the P47 kits I'm building. And finally, I have twin engines from a Japanese fighter aircraft. It is the Ki 45 Nick. These engines are from the ancient Nichimo kit, but they still detailed out well using this process. All right, I'd love to know what you guys think. If any of you out there detail your radial engines in a similar way or in a different way, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, model on.